Yes.
Hey, Marion.
Hey, everybody.
We're here having a cup of coffee and talking about Future Media Association.
All right. Just decided to stop at the Hilton Hotel in Houston, Texas. They're treating us right here.
Had a little cup of Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Our waiter made a fresh pot because they're remodeling here. It's really good. So thanks for joining us. And what are we going to talk about today?
Well, every week Future Media Association does training, and today's training was on live streaming, and we picked Periscope.
And it was awesome.
It really was. Our teacher is what I call a young whippersnapper. He's an attorney, and he does he's just an entrepreneur at heart, you know.
Yeah.
He really came in with that Periscope like a week into it and just dove in. And he's teaching
torn it apart and just
strategies.
Yeah,
but
it's amazing.
I like
what was his name?
Jared Lichten.
Jared Lichten. Big thumbs up to Jared.
Jared.
Thanks for doing all that you do, and look forward to connecting you in the future.
I like what Russ talked about earlier. He didn't catch it on camera, so I'm going to tell you now. He said,
Okay.
You know, we like to eat our own dog food. That sounds kind of gross, but it's true. And it's the same with Jared, who trained us today. He is using the same techniques that he's teaching people that have a business or an idea or a product or service that they want to promote. And he's using Periscope to do it.
And he's using it to teach others how to do it. That's the beautiful thing about it. It is, you know, you're taking those techniques and those little tips. And I don't know if you haven't ventured down the Periscope path, it's worth the effort.
It's a little intimidating at first,
Yeah.
because like, oh my God, you know, you're on and people are joining, you know, left and right, and they're asking you questions and they're giving you hearts, and it's like, what's happening?
It's very confusing if you're not in tune with what's taking place. And you know, once you understand the navigation and everything about it.
What the biggest thing for me was that you can do a trial run with just people that you, what do you call it? It's a restricted.
Yeah, private session.
Private session. I didn't know you could do that, so you know, I felt like I was just out there, you know, for all the world to see, and I felt kind of naked.
And you can actually have a private session, so you can actually take and have a couple of people test it, you know, so you can actually see the whole interface. So we'll have to do one. And
we're going to start a Periscope channel.
So what was the best thing that you liked about
it? Well, his enthusiasm really rubbed off on me. He was so excited about all the possibilities that you could. It's unlimited possibilities, no matter what your business is.
Yeah.
So he taught, because I asked the question. I said, you know, we have a client. Russ and I have a client right here in the room, and we asked him about his business. Is he a candidate? Right. So.
And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It is if that's what you are.
If that's what you feel good about.
Yeah. If you're comfortable with it. You know, don't.
That's it. You don't force yourself. I love that. You talked about that today.
Yeah.
Don't force yourself into something that doesn't feel good.
It's not your personality. You don't need to do it.
Some people, I used to teach a lot of blogging classes. And you know, some people are just,
Did you guilt anyone into blogging?
I did. And they hated it. They hated it.
I hate blogging.
Do you really?
Yeah. I mean, I would rather do a video podcast.
Thank you. See, I feel very comfortable doing this.
I would rather record something driving down the road in my car, talking to myself about the blinker than write. I mean, I actually.
So writing a blog is torture.
No, it's not a torture because I can write thousands of words. It's just some of the sentence structure and the sequence of words don't always make sense to other people reading them.
Well, you do have to edit quite a bit when you're
talking
about
editing.
That. There you go.
So typing is not a problem.
So this is better for you. It feels more comfortable. You don't have to force yourself into it. And I agree. Now, I do love to blog. I've been blogging for as long as I can remember. Before they even came up with the word blog, I was blogging.
Yeah.
I used LiveJournal. Have you ever heard of LiveJournal? Well, I'm still on there.
That's like internet years is. It's like
that's telling you how old I am, right?
That's Stone Age. That's like front page.
Oh dear. Anyway.
We love Marion. So what is it that you love about blogging?
Well, it was a way for me to express my feelings, and it was the first social media outlet that I had ever been exposed to. AOL had some forums and stuff when they first came out, but LiveJournal, I got to talk about whatever I wanted to talk about, and then people were able to come in and make comments and invite me into their lives. I had a friend in Africa, of all places, right?
That's pretty cool.
Who told me, if you ever want to come over here, you have a place to stay. You know, I fell in love with social media that day.
Yeah. Well, you know, and we talked about it in future media events and classes and things like that about, you know, the world is flat. No longer are we restricted to, you know, how far we can travel, you know, in a horse and buggy or anything like that. You know, it's like now we can have friends. We can connect with anyone, anywhere, anytime, as long as we have a connection.
And you know, you can connect with us. It's so easy. There's so many ways to connect. On our website, futuremediaassociation.com, there is a button on the right-hand side. It's just, I think it's over here, right-hand side.
Speak pipe.
Yeah, and all you have to do is punch the button and you can talk to us. It's a recording. We can respond. We get an email message that says, "Hey, somebody talked to us."
And it actually comes to us in an audio format.
It does.
And we can actually record it back to you, and it gets emailed back to you.
Right. That's how easy it is to connect with us now.
And Periscope is even quicker. It's real time. It's real time streaming video.
That was one of the questions I asked him today. Can you set up one in advance, and can you just do, you know, impromptu on the fly? And he said, yes, you can do both. So I'm excited to get it going.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing,
we'll test it out.
Another thing I really thought was cool was he was talking about doing contests, like giveaways. Like we just have our book has been published, and we got our first copy.
Yeah.
We could give away
I think
an
it's
autographed.
Secret Squirrel.
A secret squirrel?
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay, so we got the original copy. It's not for sale.
We got a draft copy.
Right,
approved.
A draft. There
Approved.
You go. There you go. So hey, you know, that's worth money. If you sign that, you could sell this first draft copy for even more than the original copy later.
Yes.
Anyway, and you can do contests, you can give giveaways, and you can connect with your audience.
And it's all about getting creative about what you're doing, how you're doing it, and the why. You know, we were at Podcast Movement, and one of the major themes of the whole thing was the why.
Yeah.
You have to have a why. Why are you doing this? And you don't have to be on every social stream. You don't have to be on every platform. You don't have to be everywhere all the time, at any cost. And you just have to be very thoughtful and considerate about the why.
I'm lucky, and I do feel lucky that I had Russ asking me early on, what is my why? He wanted to know. He kept pressuring me, not in a bad way. He just kept on asking me.
I was badgering her.
What's your why? Why? He wanted to know why. So if you don't have somebody like that in your life, you do it. Make yourself do it, okay? Yeah. Get your why down on paper.
Yeah.
Record it. Do whatever you have to, because that will carry you through things that are rough, like the rough patches. Right?
And make sure that you are honest with yourself, because it's not easy. There's times where you're gonna, either technical issues are gonna come up.
Oh, they're always gonna come up.
Yeah, they're always gonna come
not
up.
Not if, it's when, right?
Well, we run. It's pretty efficient the way we have it set up now. So I mean, it's easy for us to just turn on a camera and share information, because that's what we love to do. And when you're first starting out and you're trying to figure out, okay, what camera, what software, how do I do it? And one of the things people ask for us all the time is, just give me a checklist, a roadmap.
That's right. Just give me a 1, 2, 3, check. Yeah. That's what I need.
Yeah, a checklist. Mm-hmm. And make it simple.
So tonight we have the media Q&A. It's late night media Q&A, and you can find the link on our website, futuremediaassociation.com, and you'll see a little button that says late night Q&A. Sign up for it.
It's actually a menu. It's on the menu. Right. Late night Q&A.
Sign up for it Central Time, 8 to 9 p.m. But you have to sign up, because we're going to send you a link to where we're going to be. It's going to be a video conference, so we can see you. You can see us and ask questions, and hopefully our trainer for today will pop in
Yeah.
I'd love for you to meet him.
Jared's going to try to get there and share some additional information. So if you have questions about Periscope, we will do everything we can to answer questions. And if we have an opportunity where we can't answer those questions or we want to get information, we'll make sure that you get the answers. And it's just, and don't be afraid to ask questions. If we don't know the answers, we'll find out.
I had to finally stop asking questions. I had one right after the other after the other. I've got a lot of questions because I plan on using Periscope.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic platform.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that we've actually been on is T. Allen Haynes.
Mm-hmm. He's one of our sponsors.
He's one of our sponsors.
The Authority Syndicate.
And he's our publisher and working with us on branding and strategy and things like that. And he actually had us on his Blab radio station. So Blab is another platform.
Do you consider that a radio station?
Television, radio. It's a media channel.
Media channel. There you go.
Yeah, I think it's a media channel.
Because it was video. Yeah. Have you heard of Blab yet?
Well, except my channel.
Weird.
Well, I couldn't get audio, so I had to get on. The first time we tried it, and I found out on my Mac, one of these technical issues.
It's in beta, by the way.
It is in beta, and I'm more excited about that than anything right now.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's
like the Wild Wild West, I'm telling you.
It is the Wild Wild West, and we're just starting in the information age. And I just posted on.
So excited.
I just posted today. Seth Godin had a TED Talk about education.
Oh.
And this is key to what we're doing at Future Media Association, because we're all about continuing the education and experience and exposure to technologies that are just evolving, and how you can or technologies that have been around, like blogging. Blogging was one of the first steps into the information age, where people were expressing their ideas, their thoughts, and sharing that online. And imagine all of the information, all of the stories of humanity that have been shared online.
Oh my goodness.
And like I shared today, we're in humanity 2.0, where villages, cultures, interests are all coming together online. You don't have to connect with 1,000, 10,000 people to have a community. You can connect with a few people with a common interest. In fact, I did a session the other day. I was coaching somebody the other day that they have a podcast on. They run in the mornings, and she does a cool down period, and she does a quick podcast on her thoughts and her emotions as she's cooling down. Well, she also does one on knitting.
No.
Yes. And
she's a podcast on knitting.
Yes, and she also she's the editor of the knitting magazine.
Okay, that makes sense.
So she's very involved in the knitting community.
I have seen a video on YouTube.
I think she's calling me right now.
Oh. There was a video on YouTube where she would talk to you for probably an hour and a half while you knitted, and she'd tell you stories and whatnot just to keep you from getting bored. I thought it was fantastic.
Well, anything that you can imagine, fly fishing, model building, space, NASA, math, biology, any kind of subject you want, you have the opportunity to start out and say, okay, I am going to start this because I love it, I'm passionate about it, that's my why. I want to make sure that I share this information, and that's your why. And you will find that there are other people out there that have the same passion and ability to connect.
And then you just pick the platform that you think is best. I was watching Oprah. She has a Sunday show. I think they're
Oprah, she's on TV, right?
Yeah, she has her own TV station.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, on Sunday she has this really cool program. I can't remember the name of it right now, but anyway, I watch it, and she was talking about the very first time they had a live streaming event, and they did it with Eckhart Tolle, and they were talking about that. It was only 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? And now they're live streaming. They have podcasting. They have like 5 different things going all at the same time.
It's amazing.
And they're pushing this information out all over the world. So no matter if you want to listen to it,
it's crazy.
watch it, read it, you name it, if you have a way to get to it, you'll be able to get that information.
And we talk about that for our corporate clients too. Removing the friction. You want to eliminate as much friction as possible to have people connect with you. Engagement. Make sure that you have engagement over time to be able to pursue whatever result you're looking to accomplish, because that's really what it's about, is eliminating that possible roadblock that eliminates the, okay, yes, I want to do business with you. And video
making it easy for them.
Make it so easy that the only choice is, to when they want to do business with you, the only choice is to say yes, and continue to stay engaged with your community, and continue to stay involved in what they're doing and answer their questions.
Do you know Katarina Rondo?
I know the name. I don't think I've met her.
She's fantastic. She came to Houston one year. She won't come back to Houston for some reason. I'm not sure why. Katarina. Anyway, she talked about the easy yes. Making it easy for your customers to say yes to you. So think about what that can mean, whether it's a downloadable or something that you can create.
Provide them with some value.
Right. Oh yeah, value. Well, next week I want to talk about what
week. We're gonna. That's kind of exciting.
It is very exciting because Twitter, to me, I talked about this today in our class, has always been, people collect. I didn't know what I was doing with it. Even though I took classes and whatnot, I was just collecting people, and people were collecting me, and nothing was happening really. Yeah. And so I'm eager to hear AJ Amex talk about how we can use Twitter for our business.
So AJ's going to be talking about Twitter.
Yes.
And he's actually going to be here in Houston.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you can make it, it's next Tuesday. I don't know what the date is for next Tuesday. I can look, but it's next Tuesday from 1 to 2:30 right here in Houston. If you can't make it, you're not anywhere near Houston, don't worry. We have all the videos for you, all 4 weeks or 5 weeks sometimes, right, on our website. So all you have to do is sign up to be a member. It's only $37 a month, and you get all 4 or 5 trainings.
Well, you get all the episodes that we have.
Yeah, even the back ones.
And that's on Tuesday the 15th.
Oh, good, you found it.
Yeah, that's on Tuesday the 15th.
Twitter.
So AJ is going to be over here working on some Twitter education. And Twitter actually owns...
He's another whippersnapper.
Yeah, whippersnapper. So join our whippersnappers to learn more about your stuff. And Twitter actually owns Periscope. So it's a great back-to-back meeting to attend and get information about those two platforms.
Right.
So if you like 140 characters, Twitter's the place to be. You want short? I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot.
And
I start with Twitter with the 140 characters. I use my hashtags and everything, and usually a link to something that we're doing.
Yeah.
Right. And then I take that message and then I spread it out to different platforms. But I always start with Twitter because it forces you to bring it down to the main points. 140 characters is not a lot.
No. I
like it.
I actually create images. I like my quotes and my images and my thought-provoking statements, whatever you want to call them. And then I ask a question or something like that, or I might bring it back to. And I'm doing videos recently, so I'm gonna have to. I'm still tweaking it, trying to adjust exactly what I want to do with it over time. So I'm, it's evolution. It's ongoing, and I'll continue to do that. So
I also want to have a shout out right now for our other sponsor, which is Office in America. We love Office in America. They have been so good to us, and I know that they can be good to you too.
Absolutely.
So if you have a need for a virtual office or a real office where you can come in and meet with clients or whatever it is that you need to do, I need you to call them, get on the horn, go to their website, check them out, Office in America. Love you.
.com.
That's right, it's .com.
It is .com.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And so we're going to wrap the week up and have the Q&A tonight. We got AJ coming in next week for Twitter, and we're always looking for experts that want to share some of the skills and talents you have, and in words, images, audio, and video, any of those formats, we want to make sure that we can get those in front of the media, in front of the membership, and get the media promoted. So give us a holler, connect with us online. We'd love to collect some experts. People collector.
More people collecting. Come
Yeah,
on.
people
No,
collector.
I want to connect with you. If you have a business, this is the place to be.
Yeah.
Thanks, and we'll see you again real soon, okay?
Enjoy the day.
Bye.